Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Parenting Tools podcast. My name is Jordan.
And my name is Jason. This is the podcast where myself and Jordan talk about our lives as dads and occasionally dive into a deep topic.
About American crime.
Or how long you should spend on the toilet hiding from your family. Let's jump in.
Sweet, I'm so tired of you. Sweet, I'm so tired of you see me this way. I'm sick and then I'm
So Jason, we have got an opening question this week from Sarah. And Sarah has asked this. Do you have a game plan for who's looking after your child at family events? We have a 7, I'm assuming that M is for months.
Or minutes.
We have a 7-meter-old. We have a 7-month-old and a big family party in a few weeks. I know everyone's going to want to play pass the baby, which is fine, as he's very chilled and happy to be passed around. But how do you keep a track of who's looking after him? Does one parent stay with them the whole time, or do you let grandparents, uncles, aunts take turns as well?
Wow, that is a good question.
Great question. Thank you, Sarah.
I think it all entirely depends on the age of the child.
And the event that you're at for me.
Oh, both very valid categories.
Good criterion.
I think for me personally,
It's not a word.
until toddler age, we got one parent is like on the child, not physically sat on them.
Get off.
But they are monitoring
Yep.
whereabouts. Again, difficult from my experience because it was COVID. Like we didn't do a lot of stuff for a long time. But even then, it was like I would feel a lot more comfortable, especially when they're not a toddler. Like if they're not being able to run away from you or from someone else, just one parent around.
Yeah.
But again, it depends the context. Like if it was just a family get together and my mother-in-law's got the child.
If it's a family get together, I wouldn't even keep tabs. They can't run away.
Now it's the village's time now. It's the
Yeah.
family. Look after the child.
Yeah. You've been getting on at me for years.
Pull your weight.
Yeah, if they can't run, then someone's gonna have them.
Yeah.
I think for me it's whose family event is it? Which side of the family? So we took Luca to a family wedding, I want to say when he was 4 months old, 3 months old, 4 months old, maybe even less. And it was Leanne's side. So I looked after him most of the day because it's her family, it's her side. Let her mingle and catch up with people, all that sort of stuff. And then you have the comments of, "Oh, isn't he good?
Isn't
Isn't he a hands-on dad?" I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, not change his poo? Like, Lee, I know you're catching up with that cousin you've not seen for 3 years, but can you just change this poo for me, please?
I need to just
Yeah.
stand over
I
here.
need to be a normal dad, not a working dad. But no, it all depends on the event. Other thing is, are there other kids there?
Yeah. But I mean, a 7 months old, they're not going to really be mingling, are they?
No, that's true. Yeah, the M stands for months, doesn't it?
Yeah. Not meters, that'd be worrying.
Yeah, they're not going to be doing like knee slides on the dance floor. They're 7 months old. Unless it's some sort of prodigy.
Yeah. It all depends on context, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then also, just between, like, if who's happy to juggle child?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And what's your setup normally? Is it like, right, you've done the last poo, so it's your turn?
These are all valid points.
What I would say, very cliche, just enjoy yourselves. Don't stress.
Yeah.
Be blessed, not stressed. Catch flights, not feelings. Have you not heard that? So yeah, thank you for the question, Sarah. We've also had a message from Ryan. I wanted to give Ryan a shout out. He said, "Evening, chaps. I hope you're both well." That's a question. You well?
I'm well.
I am also well. I just wanted to say I love your podcast. I stumbled across it after seeing your video about nursery food and have managed to catch up.
Fair play.
Yeah, that is a great effort. Yeah. That's only been a few months. It was so refreshing to hear both your own views and takes on parenting. It's amazing how relatable they can be to the experiences that I'm having with my 2-year-old daughter. Even after the first episode, I was like, yep, I know that feeling. Keep them coming. Can't wait to hear more of the parenting gripes. I'll be listening whilst on 6-month deployment. From Ray.
Wow, fair play.
P.S. Soft play is a horrendous piece of kit. So I asked Ryan where he's off to. He's off to Cyprus. So all the best, Ryan. I hope you have a good time and stay safe.
Yeah, thank you so much for that message. We've got another message.
All the messages.
And this one's from Kat.
Shout out, Kat.
With a K.
Meow.
Hi, Jason and Jordan. I've recently moved to the 2 under 3 club.
Shout out.
And I found your pod in the depth of the night.
Depth of the night. Whoa.
The depth of night feedings and wakings. I now listen to it most nights. I'm catching up on old episodes. Well, listen, Ryan's already caught up. So,
Yeah.
can I just say, it makes me literally laugh out loud. Sometimes I disturb my baby. Oh, that's lovely.
That
Not
is
that you
lovely.
disturb your baby, but thank you, Kat, for that message. And like, genuinely, that, for me, when we were in the depths of the night feeds, like, I was reminded the other day, found a video on my phone, which is great for the phones. Good reason to have them.
Yeah.
Was me recording like a little selfie video with Noah when she was like a potato baby. And it was like the middle of the day. And I was just narrating saying, we've been up since like 8 p.m, haven't we? All night. Like, I remember sitting in a chair all night, like not move, like having to hold her because she was like vomiting, had like, what's it?
Reflux.
Reflux, that's the one.
Yeah. Wow.
And like, I just remember like listening to things that were like literally keeping me alive.
Yeah.
Like, just podcasts and funny things. So thank you so much for your message.
Oh, man. Goodness me. Doesn't those days feel like a long time away?
It's so, I understand now that when people have another child, they forget
Oh.
how to look after a baby. I feel like I'm back to square one.
Yep. Yeah. So previous guest, Mark the chef, had a baby this week, a couple of days ago.
Congratulations, Mark.
Shout out to Mark and Esther.
And to baby chef.
Baby chef. Baby chef, that's cute. And he said to me, like, it's mad how you forget, like, how little they are, how to hold them. Also, it's weird holding someone else's baby. Like, I was so nervous holding this baby. I had 2 of my own. I know how to do it, but it's just different holding someone else's
Somebody else's.
newborn.
It's
Yeah,
like holding it's like holding an expensive speaker. If it's your own
speaker.
yeah, bit of kit, bit of tech. If it's your own, it's fine. If somebody else's, don't want to drop that.
It's not got a mute button. Why did you go for speaker?
It's the first thing I could think about.
Could have been watch, tablet, driving someone else's car. You went for Bluetooth speaker.
Because I thought it was something that you could hold.
So thank you, Ryan, Sarah, and Kat for those messages. If you want to send us a message, please do at Parenting Tools Pod. So Kat mentioned that she's moving to 2 under 3.
Yeah.
We went, I think it was 2 years and a month between our kids, or 2 years and 3 weeks. Pretty intense at the time. Not got many memories from it. The memories are gone. So I said to my wife, I said, what would be your tips for coping with a newborn and a toddler for Kat, or anybody listening that's moving into toddler and newborn territory? And we had a little chat, had a little reminisce, which was quite nice. And we've got 5 tips. 5 tips for coping with newborn and a toddler.
5 tips.
So my top tip, I'm going to say it's a top tool. Top tool is get your toddler. Nice. Sub. Is that speaker? Get your toddler going to sleep by themselves. I remember Leanne going out and I was on my own with putting them to bed at bedtime. And Luca still wasn't quite, so he was 2 and a bit. Still wasn't quite going to bed by himself. You have to stay in the room with him until he fell asleep. And that made it really tricky if Mila stirred or if she was crying. Because with a baby, you've got to tend to them. If you want them to stop crying, you've got to tend to them pretty quickly. It's not like a toddler who will figure it out or entertain themselves. So for me, a real good turning point was once we got him to go to bed on his own. And what we would do is set a timer on our phone. Do you know the Apple timer goes round in a circle?
Yeah.
He'd watch the timer and then we'd leave. And he really loved the timer. And then he'd just stay in his bed and go to sleep. And then we could just deal with the newborn. So that was really good. yeah, getting the newborn to sleep by themselves.
I
Not
remember.
sorry, the toddler, not the newborn.
Yeah, it's different. A bit harder the other way around.
Yeah, a bit tricky.
I remember coming to your house to record an episode, and you had both kids by yourself. They were still awake when I got there, and I thought, great, I'll set up. Maybe have a little time just to scroll through Instagram. Like, I think it was about half an hour later, you just came down. Like, ready?
It
I was genuinely so impressed.
It was, once you've got hit, like, you've got to just figure out the little perks. And the bedtime routine is just so important. So for him, it was the timer. I think I've said it again a long time ago, was with once she could roll, that was it. She wouldn't go to sleep. So what we'd do is put her to sleep in a pushchair with the straps on. And she wouldn't roll. She'd go to sleep. Then we just put her in a cot straight away.
Genius.
I mean, it worked. And at first you're thinking, this is a bit mean, like strapping her down when she's crying. But it's because and if she did roll, that was it. You've lost 20 minutes. So she would cry for, I'm saying 15 seconds maybe.
Wow.
Realise she couldn't roll over, go to sleep, and then put her straight in the cot.
Incredible.
It worked.
We are still, and you have to be in the room when no falls asleep. And she has so much energy that she's 100% until she actually falls asleep, which is like, even when you're in a room, she'll be like chatting away to herself, singing, like going 100 miles an hour, and then suddenly just stop. Oh, she's fallen asleep.
That's it.
But yeah.
So Mila's now 2.5, and this week was I thought, right, I'm going to get her so she's can go to sleep by herself without me in the room. 2 nights in a row, works a treat. As I left tonight to come to yours, Luca and Leanne were in her bed with her. So
swings and roundabouts. What's tip number 2?
Tip number 2, work as a team. Again,
Team.
cliche, but every now and again, if you've got to say, right, I'll take one, you take the other, go our separate ways so we can come back more united and more harmonious.
If you finish your job first, do you then help with the second job, or do you just crack on chilling out?
Feet up. I've done my bit.
Sort it out.
Obviously, it all depends on the level of screaming.
The severity.
Yeah. No, but it was, I think at the time, having two young kids is incredible. Like, the relationship, seeing them grow together is the best. But like, make no mistakes about it, early days is hard, especially if they don't sleep through. We had it where our youngest didn't sleep through till 8 months, and our oldest would wake up at 4:30. So it was hard.
Yeah.
Incredible, but hard. So yeah, we had to like really depend on each other and just be quick to apologize if we snap. Like, look, we're shattered. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's tip number 2. Work as a team. If you've got to go your separate ways, you take one, you take the other. Take a child. That's what we used to say. Take a child. Or also, if like Leanne would go out in the evenings, I say to her, like, you go out, because I work from home. I'd go to the gym in the day at lunchtime, or I'd go to the office if she didn't get that escape. So in the evenings, I say, you go out, and I'd do the bedtime. So yeah, look out for each other. It's a
team game.
It's a team effort. Tip number 3, give the toddler lots of attention and get them to help. Let them help. If they want to help, let them help.
Toddlers love a job.
They love a job. I think I was very mindful of constantly like saying no to a 2-year-old that wants to pick up a baby. Just like, oh no, don't do that. Or if they want to sit on them, don't do that. If they want to touch their like food, their bottle, like, oh no, don't sterilize that.
Yeah.
2-year-old doesn't know what sterilizing is. But I don't want to constantly be like, no. So it was, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? And he would help. Often it would slow us down, but it was for the best.
Yeah.
It helps that relationship. We've got a shared album called Things on My, and Luke would just put things on her. So it'd be like a toy, a shoe, a plant. And he wanted to give her stuff. Here you go. And you just find random things on her.
That's really cute.
A toy octopus, which was the size of her. So we've
That's
got
so
this.
sweet.
Every now and again, we'll look back. Satsuma. Little things. But we encouraged him to get involved with his little sister. That was nice. Prepare bags the night before going out. And do not touch those bags until you go out. So
That's
if you have,
that's just the top tool for life.
it is. But if you have a Punami in the morning and you think, oh, the bag's there, don't touch that bag. Go get different nappies.
Go bag.
Just a go bag. Do it the night before so you can just get up and leave. That's my top tip. That's my fourth
Is that
one.
your contribution to the whole
No,
list?
that was Leanne. She used to do it. But it just made getting... And people used to go, oh, how do you get out the door? It's like, well, we prepped for it last night. And of
Genius.
course, once they start walking and once they start potty training, that all slows down and you have to readjust again. But if you can get stuff ready the night before, do that. And then lastly, have a pack of wipes in every room. Go to Aldi, buy the boxes, buy 2. And then just disperse around the house.
Yep.
Because you need them.
Yep.
You need them. Oh my
Up
goodness.
until probably the last 12 months have been different because Noah's now out of it's a child phase now, kind of out of toddler phase. Before that, there was wipes every room, all the time,
Yep.
every car, every crevice. There'll be wipes.
Wow. That's what you need them for.
Yeah,
But no, useful. And now we're kind of, we don't need wipes as much. I miss them.
you missed the wipes.
I miss the wipes. I've got to be honest. I miss the
They are
wipes.
so handy.
It's very handy. It's really like. So yeah, that's what me and Leanne came with. There are obviously more, and there'll be better ones as well. But they're the ones that I can remember 2 years down the line.
Yeah, quality tips. How many was that? 5? Quick refresh of the tips.
1. Let's get a voiceover. What was it? Get your toddler to go to sleep by themselves. Just makes bedtime easier. 2, work as a team. 3, give the toddler lots of attention and let them help. 4, prepare the bag the night before. 5, wipes everywhere.
Wipes everywhere. That's
All
nice.
the time.
That's a nice little top tool list.
I mean, I feel like
that's
was...
probably some of the most helpful content we've ever produced.
I think so. Normally, we just ask the internet what their tips are.
And then when we get questions, we just go, I don't know.
We had this recently. Do you know when you said about Noah starting school?
Yeah.
You're like, we don't know what we're going to do. Someone commented saying, yeah, thanks. And we replied saying, we don't have the answers. We're looking for them.
Where were you? That was not helpful. In the vein of top tools, we've had a message come in.
Oh,
A
yeah.
top tool from Charlotte.
Yep. So this was, Luca has really been struggling with hay fever. Like he's really,
Oh,
he's
really?
really struggling with his nose. He keeps saying his nose doesn't work anymore, and like he keeps hitting his nose, and he can't breathe.
Oh.
So I asked the internet,
Yep.
in a more true fashion, how do you do this? Any remedies for a 4-year-old? And Charlotte's been in touch.
She said, don't dry bedding outside. Try and change clothes as they come home from being outside. That's 2 tips in one sentence.
Solid 2 for 1.
Wash hair more often.
That's a new one to me.
Just anywhere that like pollen can get, isn't it?
Yep.
All these things will stop the pollen being on items. Not sure what actual medicines you can use with a 4-year-old, but as a 4-year-old, I do the above.
Shout out,
That's
Charlotte.
some solid reasoning there.
Tell you what, we're on a roll today.
How old does your child have to be to eat honey? Because isn't there a thing like under 1 shouldn't eat honey or something?
I don't know, but are you going down the local honey route?
Yeah.
So we had this suggested by Georgie, Tom, Mike. Somebody else told me verbally as well. I can't remember who. And I was like, people have been telling me this. Local honey.
Yeah, it's a legit thing.
So I thought it was a brand. So I think it was Georgie I responded to saying, is this a brand or is it just nearby honey? So apparently, if you get honey from local sourced bees,
Yep.
you can build up an intolerance to the pollen via the local bees.
I mean, just a side note. How incredible are bees?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
That is incredible that they can make honey that we can eat that helps us resist being allergic to the pollen.
Still don't know how they do it.
That's phenomenal.
Mm. Have you ever
Bees
seen
are
like
amazing?
the slow-mo shots of bees going into the hive
Yeah.
with like Dam Busters music? Quite funny.
I went down a rabbit hole the other day of watching people like get beehives into the man-made beehives,
Yeah.
and like freaks me out. But at the same time, I'm so impressed because a lot of the time these beekeepers do it without any like netting and stuff on.
Beekeepers are confident, aren't they?
Oh, they're like, you might get a sting or two. A sting or two.
Have you not seen My Girl? Thomas J, bless him, sting or two.
But yeah, just like they just pull them off the tree, put them into the hive. Oh, bees are incredible.
Yeah, I tell you who else is like that. The marshals at paintballing.
They're not in the same vein.
I tell you what, walking around in a t-shirt and a mask, that's it. That's all they've got. I remember once, I'm rubbish at paintballing, and I thought I'm going to shoot the marshal because he's not moving, and I want to actually shoot someone today, and got him on the arm, and he just wiped it off, like, I don't know, like a splash of milk or something. He just wiped it off.
Would you get a shot from like 200 yards away and it's like keeling over?
I'm like, oh, medic! Here's a funny little paintballing story for you. I went on a stag do once, and the one near us, there's a level with a castle, and one team starts inside the castle.
Oh, that's cool.
And one of my mates bought a grenade. He said, I'm just going to throw the grenade in and it's game over. And this grenade isn't a real grenade. But
I assume not. Otherwise, that would be a different story.
So the whistle goes, or whatever it is, the klaxon. He throws this grenade, it hits a tree and bounces back right at our feet. And when I say it wasn't a real grenade, we dived as though it were a real grenade.
What happened to it? Do they
just bang. They just make a loud bang.
Oh, so this isn't like splatter paint.
No, I thought it was splatter paint. So it was a bit of an anticlimax. But he spent this money. I don't know how much he spent on this grenade. This genius game plan to just hit a tree and wipe us all out within the first few seconds of the game.
Like the idea of paintballing. Haven't been very often. It's too expensive.
It is very expensive, but it is fun. Yeah, it is fun. But I'm rubbish at it. Genuinely am. So yeah, thank you for the hay fever tips.
And shout out to the bees.
And shout out to the bees once again. We also asked, in a slightly different change of gear, we asked the internet for gross things your kids have done.
Gross things kids done this week.
Nice.
And also, just while you listen to this, I think I will be in Greece.
Yeah, as this is coming out. Hope you're having a great time.
Enjoying all that. What's the gyros?
Gyros. Or is it gyros?
Enjoying some gyros.
Gyros. And the hotel, the gyros. Gyros? Gyros.
I'll be enjoying that.
Mate.
Classic Greek dish.
I think I had to detox from the gyros.
Really?
After I came back, yeah.
Do it all the time.
Oh, so many. It's just so nice. It's so nice. So, yep.
Anyway, I thought I'd just get that out there.
Shout out to you on holiday. Will you be listening to this on holiday? Will you listen back?
When does it come out?
Next.
Yeah, probably on the plane back, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got some time to kill. So, gross things your kids have done. And some of these are gross. So, the first one came in from Victoria. Her child has eaten cat litter.
Oh,
I imagine.
very gravelly.
Gravelly.
That can't be comfortable on the teeth.
That's dry.
Was it? Yeah. Was it pre or post?
I thought you were going to say premium grade. Pre or post. That's yeah. So maybe it wasn't dry.
Because if it was post, then that could be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Cat poo is. I've got a beef with cats. Why am I cleaning up someone else's pet? Yeah. When they poo on my grass.
Does it happen often?
It happens more often than it should. Old house, terrible for it. Every day.
Well, I didn't. It's a slightly different animal. So slightly is. I didn't realize how dangerous dog poo was. Dog poo, you can clean it up, and 10 years later, can still be damaging.
Well, asbestos.
Dog poo is the asbestos of the pet poo world.
That's a fecal world. So that's gross. Eating cat litter. I wonder how that went down. Is it from the tray? Is it from the bag? Did she get a spoon? He, she, they?
But I suppose it's just there. It's in plain sight.
Yeah.
Easy to reach.
Gross.
Very disgusting. We've had another one from Louise. Pronounced that right? What do you think?
Yeah, Louise, yeah.
Yeah, Louise.
Shout out, Louise.
My 2-year-old ran up to give me a kiss. Little did I know, he just wanted to smear his runny nose on my face.
Gross.
Been there.
Yep, been there. And I'll be there again. What is it with kids and snot and just get a tissue?
I don't know, because Noah's at this phase. She knows how to go and get a tissue. She knows where the tissues live.
Yeah.
But now, when her nose is runny, she'll just go, bogey nose, runny nose. I'm like, well, go get a tissue.
Sort it out.
And she'll just like freeze, like angle the nose up towards me.
Our 2-year-old is learning how to wipe her own bum at the minute.
It's an essential skill.
But she just gets all the toilet roll off. And so I've started to, and I mean, she'll just sit there, pulling it all. Once it's all off, then she will start to...
Yeah.
And when I say start to wipe, just put it in the toilet.
Yeah.
She won't wipe. She'll just get a little bit off, put it in the toilet, bit by bit. I had to put my hand in the toilet yesterday to get... Because it was so blocked. Because there was so much in there. I had to... And then, Luke was going, "You've put your hand in the toilet." I'm like, yeah, I have, because look at the state of this.
And the thing is that, can't blame it. It's fun. I understand.
Or she gets a square and then she'll pull it down the middle. Not even across, just down and then that's just on the floor. And yeah, that's what we're dealing with at the minute. Next one comes from Zoe. Ran through a pooey nappy and then onto the carpet.
Oh.
Footsteps.
That is not.
I want to know. I'm going to pass blame. Why was there a pooey nappy? Who's not clearing up the nappy straight away?
Why is it open?
The thing is,
and if it's not open, why is it not in a bag?
The thing is with kids, the thing is with toddlers, is that they act quickly. I imagine Zoe or Zoe's partner, whoever...
In the middle. They're in the middle of this stuff.
I reckon they
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I reckon they were just doing it.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, bang, there are footsteps of poo in the carpet.
Do you know what? There is a great remedy, and this is not sponsored. Is it Oxy the brand? Vanish Oxy Action.
Oh yeah,
carpet cleaner. Sort you right out.
Nice.
And it smells good.
Is that the one in the pink?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's an actual tool.
Top tool.
Yeah. The one from Victoria as well. Oh, no. That's not in good taste.
This is the same Victoria.
Yeah.
There's a common theme.
I don't even want to say it. Eaten her own vomit.
Eaten her own vomit. So she's got... Maybe it was the vomit from the cat litter. Do you think maybe the cat litter was too much?
Saw one event.
And then...
I've just seen the next one. The cat is a recurring theme.
Yeah, I wonder if Victoria's daughter spewed the cat litter and then ate the vomit. Or if this is two separate
That's
occasions.
too much. But
Sorry, that was a bit graphic. You don't want that on your holiday.
Nope. And after all that, Guy Ross.
Guy Ross. Lovely fella. Oh, man.
And from Shaz.
Shout out Shaz.
We once caught my then toddler eating the wet cat food. It was all around her mouth. It was so gross.
I'm going to say that's better than the litter.
100%.
100%.
I don't know what they put in cat food these days, but it's always a little bit... wet cat food, that's what's slimy.
Yeah.
But it's still like just other animals' meat, isn't it?
Bit of taste to it. Wonder what the meat is as well.
Oh, man, it's gross. Can't
Felix.
Some of those like cat and dog foods look better than what I eat.
With steak chunks.
Yeah.
Steak chunks in gravy. Oh, yeah.
Cost the living, man.
Ooh.
Do you ever do that thing like growing up with like church youth groups where someone will pretend to eat a can of like cat food and it turns out it's just like Mars bars and mousse?
That's a common baby shower game, isn't it?
Is it?
Where you melt chocolate in a nappy and they've got to guess what it is.
I remember the first time I saw that trick, they just like shove loads of chocolate into this tin can, put the cat label on it, or probably just cleaned it out. Mousse. I remember being so amazed.
What is this?
I was like, he's eaten.
Genius.
He's just eating cat food. And liked it.
Whoa. And we've also had a comment. Do you remember I said about the umbilical cord being gross?
Oh, no, just see this.
So we had a few comments from people saying, my wife still got it. It's in a pot.
I think this needs a trigger warning. Bit of a gross warning.
Kaylee Fudd. Kaylee has messaged us saying,
Kaylee.
My dog ate my daughter's umbilical cord when it fell off.
Behave.
That's yeah.
Oh, that's too much.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than knowing Victoria's daughter. The daughter would have eaten the dog's umbilical cord. So yeah, thank you for those. Kids are gross and do gross things.
They are. That is sometimes disgusting.
Honestly. My daughter ate a Freddo the other day without
Nice.
in the sun, really hot day, without getting any of it on her.
That's impressive.
I was genuinely so proud because this was at a kid's party. Passed the parcel. In between the layers, there was a Freddo. And obviously all the kids just
There
wanted...
was presents between the layers.
Yeah.
Not Rusty's dad rules.
No. There was Freddos, normal size Freddos. Between the layers, obviously all the kids wanted. And the state of these kids. When I looked across at Mila, she had nothing on her. I was genuinely
Fair play.
so proud.
It's also just not any chocolate gone to waste there.
No wastage. Really nice.
It's when like we're in ice lolly season now, like ice cream season, when they just decide that they're done and they hand you an ice that's falling to pieces.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It's like gross. And you wonder, can I eat this or is it too much?
3-second rule. It's been on the floor.
No, it's just falling apart.
We went to an ice cream farm yesterday up in Warrington. Shout out Snugbreeze. If you're in the area, pop into Snugbreeze Ice Cream.
Farm.
Yeah, it's dairy farm. Make ice cream. It's honestly incredible. Mila had this lavender flavoured ice cream. It was very floral.
Wow.
She loved it because it was purple. She says purple like a scouser. She's like, purple.
Apple.
And she dropped the last bit on the floor. And Luca had a vanilla ice cream. She started to cry. She picked it up covered in gravel. He went, you can have mine.
Oh.
And he gave his little sister his ice cream.
Oh, that's lovely.
Honestly, they've been lovely together.
I'm going to need the address of this ice cream place because I want some ice cream.
Snugbreeze. Google it. If you're listening, tell them that the Parenting Tool sent you. Build up some credit in the bank.
This is a bit of a confession. We should probably have a new segment for confessions.
Oh, go on.
This is really gross. I've had better days.
Oh, wow.
Was feeling really miserable. Felt really sorry for myself. It'd been rough. I thought, you deserve it. It's fine.
What is this going to be?
And I really fancied like a Five Guys milkshake. Or just like a really fancy milkshake. We don't have a blender. So I went to the shop, bought some Ben & Jerry's.
Ooh.
Chocolate fudge brownie.
You put that in the blender?
Sometimes.
Too expensive for me to blend.
If I'm feeling fancy.
Mm.
Anyway, I just filled a glass with it. And then just poured milk over the top.
Nice.
Was
it good?
Delightful.
There's no shame there, mate.
But there was shame as I was drinking it. But the taste was just too good to feel shame.
Just put some protein powder in
It
it
was
next
just
time.
toast.
You can get... One thing I've learned from the internet, you get away with eating anything.
Put some protein powder.
Yeah, a bit of
Does
protein
it work as a
powder.
little dusting?
Yeah.
Not to
It's like for
ruin.
breakfast, I ate pancakes. And like, you're, well, that's not the best. If you for breakfast, I ate protein pancakes. Like, oh gosh, this guy's healthy.
Protein powder makes everything taste enough.
Chocolate brownie one is quite nice.
Anyway, yeah, I was just guzzling my half-hearted milkshake.
Nice.
And it was nice, but I felt a bit shame.
Yeah. Well, mate, treat
What
yourself
confession this week?
once in a while. You've had a rough few weeks.
I ate the whole tub.
It's getting worse. I didn't use the spoon. Look away. Oh, well, I've just thought of another wholesome child interaction this morning. And I said at the start that having two kids 2 years apart was quite difficult. But today had one of those totally worth it moments. So we've got magnetiles. Have you come across magnetiles?
No.
They're awesome.
What is this? What are
It's
they?
toys. It's like
Oh.
they're magnetic tiles that you can stick together and build stuff. So I built Luca and Mila a car ramp, 3 levels, quite good, 3 levels down. And Mila was getting quite excited. I said, "Be careful, Mai." And she shoved her car down on it and it broke. She went, "Sorry, Daddy." And Luca just grabbed her by the shoulders and turned her to face him. He went, "It's okay, Mila. We all make mistakes."
Oh,
And I was just like, my heart was in a puddle. I was like, oh my word. How lovely is that?
that's really sweet.
Because I had a chat with him about mistakes recently. He hurt himself. He did something and hurt himself. I said, look, you've made a mistake. You've hurt yourself. But we learn from mistakes. I said, now you'll know next time not to, I think he kicked a door or something. He's getting into football. So he just keeps kicking things. So he kicked a door. hurt his foot. So kind of taught him about mistakes and learning from mistakes, and if next time you do it again, then you've not learned from it. So for him to just like be so gentle and lovely with his little sister, like, and then he helped to build it back up again, and I was just like, oh my word. And then it made me feel a little bit good, like I'm not ruining these kids, like
not doing a terrible job.
Yeah, because you still, every now and again get those feelings of, am I doing this right?
Oh man, all the time. Just hope I'm doing a good job.
Yeah. So that was the little moments like that where I think, I'm not ruining this. Yep. Long way to go. But yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah, and that's a common feeling though, isn't it? And it's like the question I always say to Em, like when we're talking about, are we doing a good job? Just look at her, like, just be like objective, and that's like they're doing well, even if it's not us.
Yeah,
she's doing all right.
So yeah, I felt good about life this morning.
That was very cute.
And then I gave them cowpole shooters in the bath, and they squirted water on the ceiling. So didn't feel so good about myself then.
I did a very what felt like an achievement of a job today. Tightened all the toilet seats.
We need to do that.
No more loosey goosey.
I need to do that. It's when you go to like fall off the edge.
It's like you get to the toilet, you end up ice skating in the bathroom.
If you didn't need the toilet before, you needed it then. Best place for it. Thank you so much for listening to the Parenting Tools podcast. Hope you've had a great holiday.
I hope that future Jason listens to this now. You're having a lovely time on the airplane.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Sweet, I'm so tired. Sweet, I'm so